Wednesday, January 30th. There's only a barbell in sight, and we are going heavy with the Olympic lifts. Should be a good time. The workout of the day is every 2 minutes for 30 minutes, you're going to do one hang squat snatch. So if you're unfamiliar with the every 2 minute kind of a deal, every 2 minutes on the 2 minutes, 3, 2, 1, go, clock beeps, you hit one. Then you rest until the clock says 2 minutes, you hit another one. Rest until the clock says 4 minutes, you hit another one. And you're going to play that game until 30 minutes goes by. So you're going to get in about 15 hang squat snatches. And you're going to get a rest a couple minutes between each, so that's great. Now with 15 repetitions, that's a decent amount of heavy lifting. I mean, a 7x1 is a lot. So if you've done 7x1s before, whatever weight you lifted for that, most likely you're going to lift a little bit less for this just because we're doing a little bit more than double the number of repetitions, but we're giving ourselves, I'm forcing rest with this, which is why I like this kind of every 2 minute sequence. And the hang squat snatch, looking backwards of, beyond where we've been with the clean and jerk, the snatch, we've done power snatches, we've done the full snatch, but we hadn't done a hang squat snatch in a while, so this worked out really well. And a lot of people, believe it or not, can hang squat snatch more than they can full snatch, because on the full snatch you have to pull the barbell from the ground, and what gives most people a lot of trouble is that first pull, getting the knees out of the way so that you set yourself up for the second pull. Well, when you start from the hang position, you remove the necessity to pull the barbell off the ground, and you start in a beautiful position. And so a lot of people lift better from the hang. So if you haven't, enjoy it. Super fitness robot time and whatnot, it's not really applicable on a day like today. You're going to just lift whatever you can lift. If you are a new lifter, please don't worry about the loading on the bar. Challenge yourself appropriately and safely, but the primary thing is you're going to have a great day today to just practice an Olympic lift, and that's fantastic. I had something I wanted to say on the Super Fitness Robot time. Oh, for a seasoned athlete that's doing this today, you can try to hold the same weight across every single one of those repetitions, or you can slowly build and then taper back down. You've got a lot of options today. But the only thing that you don't want to do is just don't count a warm-up lift as one of your working sets. So every one of those on the 2 minute deals, that's one of your working sets. Regardless of whether that's 90% of your 1 rep max, a new 1 rep max, or 80% of your 1 rep, it should be challenging. So every one that counts towards one of your working sets is a challenging rep. And those ones before that, those are just your warm-up sets. So take your time, warm up, but you'll know when the time is right, and then start counting them towards the actual real deal today. Scaled option. Every 2 minutes for 30 minutes, one hang power snatch, so you're not going below parallel on the hang power snatch, and then once you have it overhead, do an overhead squat. So every 2 minutes for 30 minutes, one hang power snatch plus one overhead squat. And that's just going to give somebody the opportunity to practice the full range of motion that we're doing it today, but by breaking it up into 2 pieces, a lot of people will find that a lot more approachable, and then they'll eventually gain confidence and be able to do the Olympic lifts just, in the way that it was written for the prescribed portion. Limited equipment option, assuming you don't have a barbell, right? You just have some dumbbells. Limited equipment option, always getting dosed up. Here's what we have today. So men are going to have a pair of 50-pound dumbbells, women a pair of 35. Scale those if you have to. 3, 2, 1, go. 25 dumbbell squats. Now for the dumbbell squats, you have both dumbbells and you just have them front racked or resting on your shoulders. Any kind of configuration like that is fine. That's what a dumbbell squat is, for whenever I say that in the future. So for time, 25 dumbbell squats, then 25 right arm dumbbell power snatches. So 25 in a row just with the right arm. I can't do that unbroken, so put it down as need be, but get 25. Then you're going to shift hands and do 25 one-arm power snatches with the left arm. So you've used both dumbbells on the squats, but then only one dumbbell for these snatches because you're snatching one arm at a time. Then go ahead and grab both dumbbells again, do another 25 dumbbell squats, set one of those suckers down. And then finally, 15 right arm dumbbell power snatches, 15 left arm dumbbell power snatches. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's see, do I have this written properly here? Snatches are done with 1 for men and 1 for women. Squats with 2 and 2. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that the verbiage was correct there, because I know sometimes people are confused as to, do I use 1 dumbbell? Do I use 2? So I want to spell it out the best that I can. Accessory work for the day, one of my favorites. I don't know if it's your favorite, but it's one of mine. Accumulate 1 to 2 minutes in the L-sit. Haven't met a single human being that doesn't need to do more L-sits unless you are currently a Division I gymnast in college. So most of us need to do that. Accumulate 1 to 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes if you're the veteran, 1 minute if you're just dabbling with the accessory work for the first time, and then Bulgarian split squats. If you've been doing those, you know that they're potent. And if you haven't, like I say every now and then with some of this accessory stuff, tread lightly. Go a lot lighter than you think you need to for your first exposure to Bulgarian split squats, because they will dose you up. 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per leg. I like to use dumbbells or kettlebells hanging about my waist, 1 in each hand, so I can ditch them if need be. If you don't know what a Bulgarian split squat is, just throw that phrase into YouTube. You'll see exactly what it is. And it is my intention in the future, over the next couple of months here, to start to put together a little library of these movements so I don't have to point you somewhere else, and we'll be able to attach them right to be on the whiteboard, and life will be awesome. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the lifting.